Hi, hi. Nice to have you here. There we go. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Welcome to my scope. If you're on the replay, thanks for joining me. Make sure you're tapping the screen for hearts. If you're on the mobile device, if you're on your computer, you can't do that, I know. But please ensure that you are here for the first time. You do tap on the little guy in the corner. And make sure you're following me, and also share this on Facebook and Facebook. Well, you do that too, I suppose. On Twitter and Periscope. Got something to tell you about today, because this came up in conversation. Actually, was reading a post from a friend of mine earlier today. So, hey Cindy, nice to have you here. Before I get started, I want to tell you about who I am, but I'm waiting for some folks to coming in. So please come in. Thanks for tapping the screen. I'm about 800 short of my 350,000 heart landmark. So I welcome hearts coming in. So I'm going to get to my scope in a minute. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Barry Selby. See, I have a book with my name on it. Quick plug for that, and I'll tell you about that in a second. I am a relationship coach, expert, teacher, speaker, and author, hence the book. I am known as the love doctor to my friends, and I am the heartbreak repair specialist to my clients. And my main focus is helping my clients, particularly my female clients who are single, struggling, challenged by love, to help them heal their hearts so they can attract the love they really desire. That's the work I do. So I am a #1 best-selling author. That's the book, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. It's available on Amazon, Kindle. Sorry, it's on Amazon as a Kindle or a physical book. Also available on my website as a physical book, and you can get it as an ebook as well from my website. So the shortcut to that is barryselby.com/book. And you get the ebook for $10 if you want to get the book to put on your iPhone, iPad, or computer. So thank you, Lisa, for inviting your followers. I appreciate that. So let me get to the topic at hand. It's a bit chilly, actually. This is, what is it now? Just after 4:30 in LA, and the sun's starting to go down, and it's dropping temperature. It's surprisingly fast. Now, it's not snowing, but I didn't plan for cold weather. You know, I've got a sweater on. That's about as good as it gets. So let's get to the topic at hand. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing with your followers and friends on Periscope and Twitter. So, the topic of today, are you ready for love? And make sure you don't, should say, look before you leap. I said, don't leap before you look. And what I'm talking about, or what this is inspired by, is talking with a friend of mine, actually chatting over Facebook Messenger, about how she's over the last guy, and she's ready for the next one. To say she's not ready for coaching is an understatement, because I'm offering her guidance, just saying things like I'm doing here on Periscope, and she's not receiving it. And it's frustrating to watch, because I so want her to get what she wants, but she doesn't want me to help her. Either because she's independent, physically independent, strong in her own way, whatever it is, I don't know what's causing it. But it's this wall she has about receiving support. So I'll tell you instead, because she doesn't want to hear it. So thanks for being on the scope and watching it. It's so easy in this culture, at least it seems that way, to just fall in love. To be like, okay, meet someone great and who's lined up, just fall in love, happy, and no problem. When it ends and it breaks, and there's a breakup, it doesn't take much to get beyond the let's go again, let's go around again. It's almost like getting on the merry-go-round, getting on the what's the one I'm looking for? Like getting back on the horse again. The thing, though, which most people forget, is that the reason the last relationship didn't work, I'm trying to explain this in the best way it lands on you, so thanks for the hearts and thanks for following, appreciate it. And you can please put your questions along the way. This is an interactive conversation, by the way. I'm not here just to teach stuff. I want to plant some seeds that hopefully you can use, and if you have questions, I appreciate you coming back and let me know. So, when you go through a breakup, for many people, not you, but for many people I know, and people I don't know, of course, they're ready for the next one pretty quickly, because they want to feel their heart again. Should feel and fill, as the double word came out. They want to feel their heart and fill it up again. So they're going to look around for, it's like, okay, that one's done, let me go looking somewhere else. Now for some people it might take a couple of weeks, a couple of days, sometimes a couple of years, so it depends on what your journey is. And I went through this myself. Something, I'm not saying I was immune to this, but before I did the work I've done and study I've done and learning I've done, it would be very easy to go, well, it must have been them. I'll just go on to the next one. I'll be fine. Wrong answer. Very seriously, it's the wrong answer. Because whatever relationship you have, whoever you've been dating in relationship with, and once it ends, if it ends for you, there's something in it for you to learn. There's absolutely something in it you can benefit from, so you don't carry what you did before into your next relationship. And this is fundamental stuff. This is like the frame of the house. It's not even the walls or the roof of the house. This is the frame, the structure of the house, to learn this stuff. Exactly. Thank you, Daniel. It's a lesson I didn't learn a few times, and I learned the hard way that I wish I had learned it, if that makes sense. Well, it's not much it's hard to look at yourself. It's tempting to keep thinking the person out there is going to be the one that's going to fix you or make it right, or you're going to be happy with, because apparently the one you were with didn't work, so the next one should be fine, which is an illusion, but that's what we think. And it's this let me put, well, here's the thought. Have you ever seen the movie, oh, we just went out of my head. Oh boy. Bill Murray. It was, what's it day? Oh God, remember the movie. It'll come back to me in a second. It will come back, I know it will. Anyway, trying to stay on track. Groundhog, thank you. You knew exactly what I was thinking there. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you doing it, because I was going, I want to talk about this movie and I couldn't remember the movie title. It was just keeping me trapped. So thank you, Daniel. You were thinking ahead of me. In that movie, if you haven't watched the movie, I recommend it highly, because the teaching in it is so profound, if you take it this way, that he was in a cycle where he'd repeat the day again and again and again. And at first, he was basically annoyed with it, frustrated with it. But then he started to have fun with it. And what he did was, he learned to get better and better every time he went through it. Now, what's it got to do with relationships? I'll explain. It's easy to be in the relationship circuit if you're going through dating somebody for a few months or a few years and then breaking up, going to the next one, to think, okay, the next one will be fine. But after a while, you're going to start experiencing the same thing again and again, like Groundhog Day. Because what's happening is your stuff that's inside, the patterns, programming, and teachings that you've learned, or have not really intended to learn, are going to keep playing out every time you get into a certain point of loving where the walls come down and your teachings, your way of being raised, spills out. Is it making sense, I hope? So, you have two options. One is keep doing it and hoping it'll change, which it won't. Or two, which is the better choice, which is what Bill Murray did in the movie, was to go, well, if I can't do the same thing again and get a different result, let me try something different. And this is kind of like the idea of, I've quoted this before from, it's attributed to Albert Einstein, that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. That's kind of what this idea is about, and it's what was happening at the beginning of the Groundhog Day movie, is that he was doing the same thing and not getting a different result, and it was pissing him off, to be blunt. So, what I recommend, what I'm passionate about with my clients, and recommend you take this on as well, if you've just got out of a relationship, and I'm also speaking to the woman who didn't take this feedback from me on Facebook, so I might post this to her so you can watch it. Sneaky that way. Is that we all might make a choice that when we end a relationship ends, we take time to review what happened. Not as an interrogation, but as a, what did I learn from it, and what was my participation in why it didn't work? Yes, there's going to be highlights and wonderful things that happened over the time you're together, but something at the end, it didn't work, and you had a role in it, some way, shape, or form. And if you can figure out what that is, or I should say, come to understanding of that, you can hopefully disengage that piece so it doesn't happen again. That's the power of your relationship skills. That's why I teach this stuff, because I'm very passionate about it. So then the focus becomes, okay, I'm no longer going to keep repeating the stuff automatically. I'm going to step forward. I'm going to go into where I want to go. I've got choices to make. And you raise the bar, and you raise your opportunity of what you want to attract in your relationships. Now, I want to speak a couple of things now. I'm just checking my time. I've got time to talk. So any questions along the way, by the way? I've dumped a fairly big piece of, hopefully, simple stuff on you, but I want to make sure that you understood it. If you have any questions, I know Daniel's on board with this. He's watched my scopes before. So those of you who are still on the scope, if you want to type any questions, please, because I've got a few more things to say, but I want to make sure that up to this point, there's understanding of any questions about what I just said, so you can get value from this. So any questions, please type them in and let me know what's going on. And you can still tap the screen for hearts, by the way. And if you are, sorry, I have to hit promo for Periscope. If you are here for the first time and you didn't yet do it, make sure you tap the little guy in the corner, and you can bring up a little side profile of my name. Tap on my name and tap follow me. And also please share this on Twitter and with your Periscope followers as well. Much appreciated. Any questions, anything? It doesn't seem like I've got anything coming up, so I'll move on if there's no other questions. No? Good? Seems to be okay. All right. So, this journey, I'm going to put it this way, in a bigger picture, your romantic relationships are an incredibly powerful educational playground. That's not romantic. It's the truth, though. You're welcome. It's such a simple thing to shift your focus, in the sense of, when you're in a relationship, what's my role in it? Can you own your participation? Because first of all, if you can do that, you can up-level your participation and be more attracted and attractive to your partner. Key there, by the way. But also, if the relationship doesn't work, you have more skills, more awareness of what happened, so you can change it for the next one. And again, this is the lesson about moving on from the past, one that didn't work, to one that you do want to have in the future. I'm going through that now in terms of sense of going from what I used to go through. I'm becoming very aware as I'm entering into new experience. I'm being very cagey what I'm saying about this, that I'm not repeating the old patterns. I've done a lot of work on it in between, but also looking back and making sure, okay, that's not showing up now, that's good, I've shifted. Because you have the immediate feedback system inside yourself if you choose to look at it that way. So I'm going to do a little promo right now for something I'm offering, and then I'm going to continue. So please stay with me. This is a quick promo about a program I'm offering for the ladies that's basically a home study program. And I'll get to the rest of this. There's one more piece I want to give you at the back end of this, and I'll make sure you have it to take home with you, to use, as it were. First of all, for many of my clients, a clear vision of what they want isn't high on their radar. Or if it is, it's going to be something simple. So what I've done in my own studies and learnings, I've pulled together 8 pieces of the puzzle that I think are really key to attracting what you want. And it's more than just going online to dating apps, to dating sites or smartphone apps. It's actually getting clear before you even go out there about how you want to have a relationship happen. And what I've done is I made an 8-week program out of it, 8 modules, 8 pieces over 8 weeks. Kind of logical. And it was running for a while, and it was great. But I had this thought because a marketing coach of mine told me this. So it wasn't a thought I had, it was given to me. Was to take this 8-week program and bring it into a home study workbook that would basically be just more concise and more integrated, but have all the pieces in it. There'll be a download for my clients. It also means that I have to bring the price down. Oh dear. Not for you, but for me. So I did that. And I've got a marketing campaign running right now, so I want to let you know about what it is so you can check it out if you want. And then I'll get to the last point. This is called Your Dating Advantage. It's a good enough name, sounds good. Because basically what it means is giving you an advantage in your dating life by changing your focus and actually giving you one that's more laser focused and experiential. This is the key part, by the way. It isn't just about the thing you can see, it's what you feel. And it's a large part of attracting the relationship you really want. Oh, I'm giving the final piece away. I'll get to that in a moment anyway. The program I have is called Your Dating Advantage, and it's actually called a workbook, but it's actually your home study course. The program, when it was 8 weeks long, was $400, and it was a really good value for what it did. I've taken that, condensed it down, as I said, into a workbook, a home study workbook, and it's on my site now, and it's called Your Dating Advantage, and it's on sale for $69. That's a whole lot less. That price is valid for this week, because part of what my marketing coach has given me as a practice and assignment is each week the value price goes up. So you can see the link, direct link, so I'm going to show you, because just so you get the picture of this. This is the Your Dating Advantage. That's the link. You go bit.ly/datingwb. It was $49 last week. Now $69 because the price went up, and next week's going to be more expensive. So if this is even something on your radar, at least look at the webpage, because frankly, the price won't stay the same for much longer. And it was $400 when it was the big program. But right now, as the workbook, this is now $69. Okay? So that's the link. bit.ly/datingwb. And if you know any ladies out there who want help in this area, send them to that link and they can check it out themselves. So, okay, pitch over, prom over, done. So, getting to the last piece, and I did sort of seed that just now, is that when you're looking at what you want to attract in a relationship going forward, and this is true for anybody, men or women, so it's just, even though the program's for women because it's written for feminine, attracting masculine partnership, this tip applies to you if you're a man or woman watching this. Yes, you've now done the work, ideally, to see where you were in your past relationships. So you're no longer carrying the baggage from that. At least you're not repeating the same patterns. So the next piece is, look before you leap, which I put in the title. And I mean more than look, and that's the kind of the piece about this. Yes, you want to have a picture of what you want to create. However you do that. If it's just something you imagine every night, you meditate on it, or if you draw pictures, or if you do a vision board, whatever that is for you, it gives you something to anchor as an intentional direction. Now the big part, which is not usually mentioned, which is really the final piece that I want to teach you now, and it's a core part of this program I offer, by the way, if all that is not just what it looks like, but if you do meditate or if you have a vision on this stuff, when you look at your next relationship, how does it make you feel? Key word is feel. If you can take on the feeling what that relationship will feel like to you, aha, she says. He says, right, exactly. Because the thing is, we tend to look at our next relationship through the lens of our old one. And if the old one had pain in it when it ended, or distress in it, we tend to carry vestiges of that in our energy field when we go to the next one, which tends to block the ability to see what we really want. So by having a clear picture, yes, of what you want to attract, create. But for most of us, to be honest, we're more kinesthetic type people. We feel more. So it's important to include that component in what you're attracting. And again, in my program, that's a large part of what I teach in the program. So you can get that easily by, buying the program. But to do it for yourself is to imagine, visualize, meditate on that relationship you want to attract. How would it make you feel? Not how would it make you feel. How would you feel being in it? And start to amplify that feeling. To literally bring it forward, bring it into your present day awareness as you're going through your day. And be open to what shows up. Because the other thing is, and this is what I like to talk about, and again, it's in my program, I talk about this, is that it starts with, you get a picture, and you say, okay, how did it feel to be in that picture, that experience? When you get that feeling, you go, that's awesome. Or it might go, needs some tuning. When you've done that, you can go back and change the picture, adjust it to the new feeling, and it becomes a refinement process. So what you're doing is like you're polishing your vision. So having a feeling experience, it's like trying the shoes on for the first time and walking around and how they feel. It's more than just looking at them in the window at the store, which is a pretty good analogy. Not that I'm going to say your relationship looks like a pair of shoes, but the idea about if you see shoes that you like the look of, but you try them on and they don't feel right, you want to change shoes. If you look at the shoes in the window, they look good, and you try them on, walk around them for a while, and you go, these are comfortable. That feels good. That's a good feeling. Same thing when you're creating anything in your life, particularly in a relationship, because most people won't be in a relationship because how it feels, as much as, if not more than, how it looks. So have a clear vision, yes, but have a clear feeling to what it's going to attract to you. Those two things will shift your focus in a powerful way towards what you want. Then, when you leap, you'll know where you're looking. Ta-da! Actually matched the title. How was that for you? Did that give you some things to ponder, think about, take home with you? If you're watching the replay, by the way, this is the key point I want to get to, at the end of this to get to, so I hope you got that. You're welcome, great. And again, for any ladies you know, and if you're ladies watching this video, so this is scope rather, please, I do invite you to check out the website, or actually that page, so link again, bit.ly/datingwb. It's for the ladies. I'm sorry guys, I don't make it for you that way. I do have private coaching on my site. If you just go to barryselby.com, which is, we have a book and everything else, just go to barryselby.com. You can see all my other stuff I offer there, including more videos, audio interviews, and my coaching program. And if you need any help, let me know. I do have a contact form there. I also do have a discovery session consult available as well. That's the Let's Talk button on the navigation bar. So that's really it. Hope that's of value to you and you can use it in your daily life. I'm going to post this on Facebook, of course, and everything else, so those watching the replay can get value from it too. So thanks for watching. Thanks for playing with me over this this 20-minute scope, and I trust you can use this in your life. All right? Any other questions or thoughts before I wrap up? You're welcome. Glad. I'm trusting you got value from this. Oh, the link again. Yes. Thank you for asking. The link again is bit.ly/datingwb. And that, or if you just go to my site, you look at Dating Advantage. Dating Advantage is the name of the program or the product, but that's the shortcut way to it. Okay, bit.ly/datingwb. Or just go to barryselby.com and then click on the Dating Advantage in the navigation bar. That's the other way to it, same way. Just end a relationship. Okay. Well, if that's something you want, Lisa, if that's something you want help with, let me know. Broken link? Okay. That's odd. Then go to barryselby.com, that's my site, and click on Dating Advantage, and maybe the bit.ly got messed up. That's possible. So definitely go there. All right? So you're welcome. And thanks for watching the scope. Thanks for being here. Marvin, hey, how are you, sir? You are a crazy man, sir. I'm actually just wrapping up the scope. I just did this scope, and you can go back and watch the replay if you want. But it's simple but not easy. Powerful keys, principles of how to get clear about your vision, and also how to get over the past one. To wrap it up and make it very distinct, to cover the points again, since you just joined me here, Marvin, particularly because I saw you on there. Interesting, thanks. Okay, thanks, Marvin. Yeah, watch the replay. But bottom line is this, is that we tend to come out of past relationships with the lens we look at the next one with, as we use that to filter, to tint our vision, and just told about how to get clear vision and how to get really magnetic towards what you want to create. That sums it up. So yeah, watch the replay, please. It came out pretty well, and I've actually got to get going because I've got a meeting in 6 minutes. So thank you for watching this scope, and thanks for joining me daily on my love scopes. I do this every day. And you can watch my archives, by the way. If you want to see my archives, I've got a ton of those. There we go. Always go to catch.me/barryselby. There's 160, 170 Periscope broadcasts out there now, of which probably 130, 140 of them about love and relationships. I do a love scope every day. And do other ones too. And I'm also part of a group called Perry 10K group, which I'm not going to share here about, but you can see my other scope to tell you about that. And I'll be on tomorrow and Wednesday and maybe Friday. I'm not sure which days exactly. I'll be part of the Share-a-thon, so I'll be doing at least 2 scopes those days as well. So make sure you follow me, and if you're not sure how to do that, tap on the little guy in the corner, brings up my little profile, check on my name, and you can set follow me. And also, when you're watching my scope in replay or when you're watching it live, you can always share it on Twitter and should invite your followers on Periscope. That's the mechanics. So thanks for watching. I'm signing off now, and enjoy your evening, enjoy your afternoon, or enjoy your morning when you're watching this, and I'll be back on again tomorrow. See you later. Bye.